Hey guys, Darth Clark here, back with part 2 of my Kingdom Rush playthrough. So last time, we got introduced to the mechanics of the game, and we also got stuck on this mission for quite a bit. I had to retry that sucker several times, but we did pass it, and that's what matters. And now, our next mission is the Cold Step Mines. Alright, our capital is safe, thanks to you, General. Now our good king has entrusted you with the mission of creating a safe passage through the mountains so that we may strike at Valardul and defeat Vaznan and his armies. The first step in your journey will be the Cold Step Mines, which were abandoned years ago and are now home to the Karaj Troll tribes. To aid you in your mission, you will be joined by a brigade of His Majesty's Royal Musketeers. Oh, we're about to get the Musketeers. They're cool as fuck. Alright, so here's the Musketeers. The greatest range and very high damage. They are incredible. So they're actually really nice because they are a little more armor piercing, if memory serves. And so they're a little more armor piercing and their range is juiced. Their range is crazy. So it's very convenient because it's nice to sprinkle them and have a couple of them, like one or two kind of thing, and because their range is so far that they can hit so much, and of course with their armor piercing, it can help you quite a bit. And they're a nice supplementary item to go up. They're also very expensive because of how good their damage is and how good their range is. They're incredibly expensive, so it takes a while. And so you wouldn't want to spam them because their DPS is like very slow because of how hard they hit. But they do, but they're good for like one or two of them to sprinkle in for extra damage, armor piercing, while still, you know, not oversaturating. So it can be very convenient. Anyway, and so as far as how this map works, some enemies will run into these mines and they can randomly appear at either this one or this one. And so it shakes things up. So they run down the center and they run into this mine, and sometimes they'll appear here and sometimes they'll appear here. So that's usually how that works. I'm just gonna try some sort of like kind of default-esque strategy here, and we're just gonna see how well it works. I guess we'll go mage first, and we'll call it good with that. And we'll just see, damn it.
Swift like the wind.
Swift like the wind. Alright. Open it up with brigands or whatever they're called. Bandits. It's a little sketchy. It's a little sketchy. Tempted to call them the next wave right away. Do it. I ain't scared. Was it the mistake? Probably. I don't know. We can kill them in 2 hits, so it's not awful. Oh, there they go. Some of them are going into the mines, but they're coming out of this one, so it's not that bad. Most of the wave is gonna get killed before they even get to us. Kind of delay the inevitable just for a few seconds. Maybe we'll do this. Maybe we will do this, no? Not so much for these, but for other things. Dead. Dead. Anyway. Oh, you like the frozen mammoth down there, by the way? Or troll, or whatever it is. Stuck in the ice, all frozen. Some of the maps later on, in later games, and then probably later in this one, I don't really remember. Some of the maps later get pretty funny with like things you can do, interactables and references, and you've noticed already that like the towers you click on, a lot of their lines will be referencing things, and a lot of their lines will be referencing things, and in addition, like heroes will do it, towers will do it. Like it's fun, and of course it's a very colorful game, very bright, and it runs so good on the PC. So good on the PC. God, it looks great. Wow, these dudes are armored as all hell. They take 3 hits even from a level 3 mage. God dang. I need somebody to start shooting at these freaking gargoyles. Start shooting at them. We must take them down.
calm and careful.
Give me a target.
Archers ready?
There we go. I think we're just gonna barely be fine. Yeah.
Bullseye!
Barely.
Freedom!
I'm trying to decide which one I should go Ranger. Should I go Ranger with this one or Ranger with this one? I'm just trying to decide. Because if I go this one, then the Ranger's abilities, like that stun ability, can stop them here, right? But if I grab them, because like, and then that would help cover this mine. But if I do it here, like, it can see so much and it can also hit a lot. I might go Ranger with this one.
Dodge this!
Because it's still going to be able to hit both sides. So it still would be useful, but it does help cover the ending one. Anyway, new enemy, Troll. These guys are real tough. Very high damage, health regeneration, and average speed. So these ones, it's not even specifically, I was actually thinking of the Shaman. And I think later there's like a Troll magic user that's the same effects of a Troll, but they're magic users. So I actually wasn't thinking of these ones. But I mean, Trolls are a little bit tough too because of they hit really hard and they're armored. They're pretty good armor and health regeneration. So, you know, they're still scary. But I was thinking it was the Shaman, or if that's even a thing. I was thinking of something else. So I think we might go Ranger with this guy and Musketeer with that one. Maybe, baby. But you know, they're actually not armored. They're just really tough. But the mages cut through them pretty good, so as you can tell. The wargs, though, they're armored. But we're getting through them just fine.
Locked and loaded.
He locked and loaded. So their abilities, they have Sniper Shot, long range shot with 20% chance to instantly kill an enemy or deal massive damage. Or Shrapnel Shot, this is really good. Short range shot that blasts an area for 50 to 200 damage. And then the upgrades are insane. So basically it's Grape Shot. And so it gives them a really good option for close range. It's really good against enemies that are bunched up and very weak. Very good. And of course the Sniper is obviously really good, but you can see he's very expensive. These don't, if memory serves, these don't get discounts either. So this will be 300 for all three, or I think. And so they get incredibly expensive. So obviously that's not great. But their damage is real good. As you can see, their vision's real good, so they're nice. All right, we have a new quick mover, Winter Wolf. Magic resist, can dodge melee attacks, very fast speed. So same thing as the other ones. They're just a bigger, badder version of the wargs. So same thing, same armor too. They hit much harder though. All right, just call on the next one. By the time those guys get down here, we're gonna be dealt with these guys anyways. So. Ready to call in. Better to just do that now.
I see dead people.
Get poison. I see dead people. Poison, let's go. That'll help us deal with all the rest of these schmucks. Next wave, bring it on. Very nice. There we go. Now those gargoyles aren't so scary, huh? Alright, we got marauders coming. Maybe we'll wait for Wrath of the Forest. It's so very good. It's so very good. Got archers coming too. The archers are the bane of my existence.
Freedom!
Here, delay them for at least a few seconds. Help us deal with these guys. There we go. I need some of these guys to die on me so we can... There we go.
To be wild. Freedom!
Aha! We're picking off the archers before they even get close enough to matter. We're getting them, boyo. God dang it. I should have moved her. I was like, they're almost dead, right? I need troops out quicker, please. These archers scum, dude. They actually can't even move.
Swift, like the wind.
Yeah, kill the archers. There we go. Alright, now you can fall back. We finally did the thing. Very nice. Those archers, dude. Those stupid little archers, they just like got right in the way. They just ruined it all. It's not good. But it's fine. Because we dealt with it. Now if I can just get some more kills on some of these guys, we'll really be cooking. Especially because I would love to get another level of poison. Maybe we'll hold off on that. We'll hold off on the flames. Really save it. Maybe these guys would stack up or something, which would be slick.
I see dead people.
There we go. Yes, the Ranger Tower's really slaying right now, brother. Alright, I felt pretty good about that. I had to go right into the teleport. Teleport will be really, really good. Especially because, like, when they're running through, they're all going to run down this little area, right? So, makes teleport very good. The only downside about the teleport here is the mines. It means if they run down this way, when he teleports them, he'll teleport them way back over here. If they run through the mine down here, he'll only teleport them right there. That's the only downside. But they are still running backwards, so it's still useful, obviously, but not as good as if they ran down this way. So, but it is what it is. Alright, there's our Ranger Tower fully done, and now he can mess everybody up, which of course feels good. It's so very good. Look at him, he's just nuking everybody all on his own. All on his own. So very good.
Fire at will.
Fire at will. Go for that sweet grape shot. Very convenient. Like, for these guys, it would do bad things to these groups if we could manage that.
For the king.
Use this opportunity to upgrade some of my dudes.
Have at thee.
Let's see here. 187. Very nice.
Let there be light.
Let there be light. So their upgrades, this one would improve their armor to high, very good. This one is a heal for themselves, every few seconds, very good. And then this one is a holy strike, which is just a really good attack move.
No mercy.
So getting them their armor to high right away is probably a good plan.
Let there be
And then giving themselves a heal. So that's really good because they're very survivable, as you can in fur. Very survivable. Very tough to kill. Which is really good. It's a very good brick wall to have for enemies to throw themselves against.
Let there be light.
It's very nice. I forget what this upgrade is. Maybe it's the gladiators or something, where they're wielding like large two-handed swords or something. Anyway. So yeah, we're killing it there. We were killing it there. Hell yeah. Alright, so new hero. We've unlocked, oh, this guy is a free hero. Interesting. I don't recall him. I only remember these three. There's a new guy. I'm tempted to try him a little bit. I've never used him. I've only ever seen these three. I think. I don't think this guy is free on the iPad. Anyway, so this guy is Malik Hammer Fury. I've never had good success with him. It always feels like he just dies, like all the time. His health is really high, but like this guy, I think he has abilities or something that help him stay alive, like maybe the Shield of Retribution or something. This guy, it's like his damage is higher, supposedly? Or no, it's actually a little bit lower, but his health is higher. But he is a little slower, but I always feel like he just seems to die. But anyway, from a land far, far away comes a hero with unmatched strength, untamed mind, and unbroken will, a destructive force, an unleashed fury, a bullet train attitude. And then there's this guy, Bolin Farslayer, which I've never used. Thunder and lightning have nothing on this crack shot. Let loose a hail of bullets and make them fear where they step with an arsenal of mines. That sounds fun. I want to use him. I've never even used him. That sounds cool. Alright, artillery upgrades are cheaper, which is good because artillery is expensive as fuck. Them cheaper. Increases rally point range, that'd be good. Let's go rally point range and mage cost reduction. Alright, Icewind Pass. There is no place colder in these mountains than Icewind Pass, but we must advance. Our men have been besieged by the trolls for days, and our scouts report enemy troop movements around us. And something else, something wilder. If we are to make a stand here, this is a good place to install some of our new artillery emplacements, and to construct a barbarian mead hall so that we may entertain our more colorful troops. Oh, it's barbarians. I think the gladiators are the next guard, maybe the next game, or the one after. Anyway, so these are our upgrades. Now we have, the other one is the barbarian hall, spawns axe-wielding barbarians that can obliterate most foes. So they're much more attack-based, obviously. One really nice thing about them, though, is one of their upgrades is a throwing axe. And the throwing axe is very convenient because it can give you a lot of DPS for anti-flying troops, and that can be really convenient. Also convenient because you'll notice a lot of the time, if you have enough DPS in front, the troops won't even reach your barracks. Your line, they won't even reach you in time before they're starting to die. And so it can help DPS because your barbarians can still be throwing axes at people, and that can be really nice because even if they're like if they're like running around a bend, they might be able to throw axes up here, even if they're standing down here, kind of thing. So it can be very good. And then, of course, the 500mm Big Bertha, biggest piece of artillery that deals very high area damage. So that's very, very good. And then this guy, Bolin Fireslayer. So that's different. So we'll make the line here.
I never miss. Hasta la vista, baby. Weapons ready. Oh, do you feel lucky, punk?
Do you feel lucky, punk? Classic. All right. Maybe we'll go artillery. Kind of does make a man wish that I had gone for the artillery upgrade a second ago, but that's okay. We'll go level 2 on my troops right away, just so they don't die instantly. It doesn't make me wish I had gotten the upgrade on the artillery, but still, that's all right. I'm a little curious to see how this hero does. I've never used him. Oh, it's a landmine. That's cool. Maybe arrow tower right here. Bullseye. Having no magic damage is a little bit of a bold strategy. Boy, if anyone runs around him, they're gonna be in a world of hurt. if they get behind him. Look at all those mines, bro. It's a freaking minefield over here. Anyway, so you can, I think you can pay like 500 or something to like get this guy out of the ice. But I don't recall him being very worth it. I don't remember. I think what you do is you throw you have to thaw him first. You have to hit him with a fire to thaw the ice, and then you can pay like 500 to have him help you. But I don't recall if it's worth it or not. Interesting. Interesting. Still, we're getting through it. The hero seems like he does pretty good DPS. Not as good as my archer waifu, but he seems like he does pretty good DPS. Just bring the next wave. They're all slow.
Dodge this.
Upgrade the archers. Oh, he has like a slow ability. He'll throw like this to slow people down. That's nice. Always useful. Interesting. Alright, they're going into the mine, so we're about to kind of have a wave of problems.
Freedom.
That's not ideal. There. Burn them and slow them down. I see dead people. That'll help the old DPS, especially against them flying units. Level 5 for the boy. I'm about to have company. Spiders from that way, and then trolls and troll champions. New enemy, troll champions. These guys are trouble because they have a ranged attack. They're the same thing as the other trolls, but they have a ranged attack. And the ranged attack, and then and it makes them difficult because if they get mixed in and with numbers, they're a lot like the archers, where the archers are trouble because they can snipe out your melee troops and then the rest of their hordes run by you. And so the champions can be trouble because their ranged stuff does pretty good damage. So that's a little nerve-wracking. Tempted to go for tier 3, but I'm also tempted to get at least one. Maybe I'll grab one level of poison, because it just makes the tower much more useful, and it would help against the armor. And we do have armor and trolls and stuff, so trolls aren't armored, but they do hit hard. They do have a lot of health, and they're hit hard and they're tanky, so it just would be nice. Just trying to stall them for a few seconds to help us finish the spiders before that's a thing.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Yes, run into his trip mines.
Weapons ready.
I don't know what his range is, so I'm kind of keeping him a little bit nearby.
Hasta la vista, baby. Weapons ready. Do you feel lucky, punk?
Do you feel lucky, punk? Do you? You know what? I was gonna get the upgrade, but I was like, you know what? I'm looking at all those archers and guys running near me, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get the my sweet root upgrade. I think that's gonna be better. I feel like that's just gonna be better, you know? I need to get the archers to stop firing so that my towers can start targeting them. There we go. Just get the next wave coming right away. Because by the time they get here, this wave will probably be sort of dealt with. Although I didn't really expect them to be all fast movers, so that's a little bit nerve-wracking. But that's fine. That's what we have this for. Just to help deal with all that pesky armor, you know? Alright, so having those, well, that'll help us out. Delicious. Oh, the mines are so good. Even if a few guys run past him, you're not, you know, all hope is not lost, even if they run past you a little bit. It's very useful. It is very useful, my friend. Yes, get them, my beautiful archer man. Ah, he sniped out a matriarch before it could even do anything. Beautiful. Let's see here. I'm trying to think what I should go for next. So should we get Big Bertha? We could. We're already kind of invested in the done there. We might as well go all the way. Don't let one little spiderling sneak past me, please. Say hello to my little friend. Yeah, snipe out those pesky champions. So his upgrades is Dragon Breath Launcher, so which launches a missile that can touch anything on the map. Very good. And the Cluster Launcher, which will drop a big like bomb that'll run into a streak that'll like blow up a whole section. Very, very, very good. Yippee-ki-yay, mother beep. Oh god, the Yetis. Yetis are trouble, so they're very high health, very slow speed, cost 5 lives, and have an AoE attack. So they're just so much health. They're very hard to kill. These missiles are so good because they do good damage and they can hit anything on the map. And so even when enemies first start appearing, you'll have the missile fly way over and hit somebody. Very, very good. I'm tempted just to call in the next wave because the Yetis are slow. It's so funny. Yippee-ki-yay, mother beep. Very funny. So funny. Trying to stall the spiders so I can deal with the flyers.
I never miss.
Here, I need my... We must focus.
Hasta la vista, baby.
I need to make sure he targets the flyers rather than the spiders. There we go. We're dealing with it.
Weapons ready.
Good, good, good. Well done. Well done, squad. We're killing it right now, bro. Look at all those landmines. And look at the oncoming wave. Very scary. Dead. Because fuck that archer specifically. Dead. Yes, snipe out the pesky archers. They are the bane of my existence. Luckily, we're fully upgraded on poison now, which is great.
Rest in pieces.
Rest in pieces. All right, so the artillery is gonna be doing their magic. Here, we must stun the archers. There's that sweet cluster attack. Oh god. Oh no, here they come. They cometh. The troll chieftains. High health regeneration can enrage other trolls. Very slow speed, costs 6 lives. Very scary, because these are the magic using trolls that I mentioned. They're the ones they'll buff the other trolls, and they'll make them very scary.
For the king.
Very, very scary. So it's hard to believe though, with all of we have no magic damage right now. And despite all those armored guys we've been dealing with, we have no magic damage, but we're still killing it. just because of all of with the poison and everything else, and how hard the damage hits with my 500mm Big Bertha. It's we're coping just fine, despite our lack of magic damage. So that feels pretty good. Try and just stall these guys out. We can deal with them. Very nice. So there's at least at minimum they're sped up while enraged. I'm assuming they do more damage too, but I don't know that. That cluster's so good. Let's see, what I need is this one. These are the throwing axes. Very good. That'll help us get something to throw back to at these throwing axe guys as well. Very good. So these are throwing axes. These have a whirlwind attack, which is good. And then these ones, they can hold 2 axes, which gives them another extra one to throw with, and they deal a lot of damage. So that's what their stuff is. Now upgrading their throwing axes, so now they'll be able to throw axes back. Plus they can reach up here, but when the throwing axe guys on the edges, now they'll be able to throw axes back at them. So that's very good. I think you're a little low. I don't think you need to be that low.
Killing time.
That was a really good cluster.
Killing time.
Very good damage. We are smoking them right now, bro. It's a pretty good cluster. Okay. Just gonna stall more guys up there. Beautiful. I think we'll have the other guys. This is usually my setup, is one side barbarians, one side the Holy Order, and combined they make for a really good squad. They work really well together.
No mercy.
Best of both worlds. So that's usually what I do, one of each. Plus, of course, it's cool to see the variety, you know? Plus, the barbarians do not have the survivability of my of the Templars by any means, because one's a little smash attack and it almost one-shotted the barbarian. So they're more glass cannon units. Plus, of course, the Yetis hit really damn hard, which does not help.
Let there be light. Let there be light.
Beautiful. The missile can also hit flying units, as you just noticed. Right as I said it, but missile can hit flying units as well, which is nice. Because normally, of course, artillery is certainly not hitting a flying unit. So, for the most part, so that's convenient. Beautiful cluster there. Feel his wrath. So now, because of the discount, the mage towers are only 90. Another beautiful cluster there. Next wave. This one will be long dead by the time they get here. Hell yeah. Now it's 216 for the top one. Much cheaper. So many landmines. Alright. The trolls cometh. Good cluster.
spell on you.
Very nice. And it's only now it's 270 for the specialist upgrade. At least for Arcane Wizard. At least for Arcane Wizard. Anyways. But it's not a bad spot, because when I get teleport, that'll be a really good safeguard against anybody over here. Plus, of course, it'll work just as well over here, but over here it'll be where it might save our ass. Not that I think we're in danger of failing at this point, because I feel like we probably have it in the bag. I think my defense is too strong. Now I'm just capitalizing on the fact that they won't be able to win. More likely than not. Unless there's like a, you know, boss from hell right around the corner. But barring that... Well, these are all fully upgraded, so I guess we will do this. Maybe go for a musketeer way back here. With the range, he might be able to reach about right here, maybe? Something like that. A little bit overshot there, my dude. Almost. He reaches like right here. Look at all the Yetis, dude. Gotta take care of these spiders before all them Yetis get here. That was a really good cluster. That teleport is so good against the Yetis because they're so slow. One shot, one kill. Alright. I'm just leveling my musketeer in the back now at this point. Plus, that sniper shot could be really useful against things like Yetis. So... Oh, lordy. Headshot. Oh my god, dude. There was so much that hit all at once and they almost got through. Not close enough, though. That's why you have a backup plan. With you always ready. Oh my god, there's so many more. Magnus Spellbane. Good lord, dude. Look at all these other heroes that I have access to. And the iPad is just these three. These are all locked. Magnus Spellbane. Unleash the arcane powers of Lineria. Let loose a mythical storm and spellbind your enemies with his arcane arts and thirst for knowledge.
Hocus pocus.
Let's try it. Alright. At this point, let's upgrade artillery, and we'll save the last star, and then maybe we'll grab that one next time. Alright. Stormcloud Temple. Oh god, I know, I already know. I can already tell you what the problem is going to be in this one. Campaign. Arriving at the Stormcloud Temple has been the best thing to happen to us in days. The Stormcloud sorcerers will now be at your command, General, and they can open a portal straight to Valar Duel. However, we must provide them with a defense while they complete their spell. Something abominable is approaching, and the men are extremely nervous. Oh god. Hey, the Sorcerer Mage. So this one is fun. Curses enemies, damaging them, and reducing their armor for a while. So it's very useful because, of course, reducing your armor makes the rest of your towers more useful, especially like the archer towers and stuff like that. And very useful. So having one mixed in where your defenses can be very good because it can weaken everything that's nearby. The problem with this one is a new flying unit is introduced, and it's like a guy on with like a jetpack, and as you can see, there's big gaps in what you can reach here. There's also this little tower. You can call a sorcerer, which you can like, it's like a laser beam that you can activate. I don't know if it's like a one use or not, or if it's multiple use. I don't remember now, but anyway, so the problem is you have to be very careful because some of the air power in this one can easily screw everything. So I think usually what I do is I think like you can barely squeak like a defense line right here, I believe. And then I think we're gonna go archer right there. And then...
Knowledge is power.
Oh god, he's slow. Don't get him in trouble because he will die. I guess maybe we'll upgrade you guys to level 2. And maybe we'll grab a second one right there. And we'll call that good. And we'll just see. I've never used this hero before, but he's a ranged guy according to the stats. So he's very slow, but his magic should be really juiced. So... that should be very interesting. And his air attack will be very useful in this one. Because of the enemies we'll be facing. Oh, he attacks pretty fast. His magical attacks, yeah, they're pretty quick. And they do a lot of damage. He's only level 1. And he's already doing good damage. Stall this side a little bit. Yeah, his magic will be useful getting through here. Oh, he can like make mirror copies of himself. Fascinating. Just help us stall there while we deal with the enemies. It looks like the mirror doesn't do any damage though, or it does very little damage. One of the two, none or very little. But it probably just helps him stay alive, maybe. If the mirror does anything, it's probably not a lot. I don't know, I think it might be doing something. It might have a small attack power. Yeah, 3 to 4. Technically, the mirror image looks like it might do something. Or no, 1 to 5, there you go. So it does technically have an attack, but it's very, very minimal. Yeah, we're only a couple there. Oh, that's a cool ability. That's useful. So I think the flying jetpack guys come up here. There probably some will come from here. Only gargoyles so far. I think this is the level where the jetpack guys come. So I very vividly remember failing this one quite a few times. So I think this is the one with the jetpack people. We're gonna hold off here because as Scouch concerned, I don't really want to just use it willy-nilly, but we're gonna need to. I think we'll go that one for this side. All right. Almost has that side covered. Almost has that side covered. Probably could have called that a Scotch earlier, but that's alright. Alright, see if we can delay some of these archers just a Scotch. Because they're really gonna wreck my stees. See if we can just drop guys on their heads, just in an effort to attempt to deal with them. There we go. Alright, I think all the archers are dead, which means now you can fall back. Just needed the archers to be dead so we could deal with the rest. Very, very good. Dealing with it all just fine. Alright, just trolls on that wave, so that's doable. I think we're gonna go Wrath of the Forest right away, just for all the ground troops. But we're gonna need an option against the jetpack guys, and I think usually the musketeers do a good job of that, generally speaking. Because I think if the problem with the jetpack guys is you'll hit them the first shot, the second they take damage, they'll use their little boost and they'll boost away. So if you can get something like way up here to just hit them immediately so that they'll like so that they'll activate their boost early, and then that way their boost will run out and they'll only be like over here, then it's easier to deal with them, and that's really the strat, if memory serves. So, just get the next wave. I don't just really want to proc it for nothing, but I can't have him just nuking my dude. Although they are just attacking my guy, though. But that's alright there. We're working on him. We're getting him. Luckily, he's leveling up really quickly. Because we're going to need him with all that armor coming. Kind of think this is the bigger problem.
Hocus pocus. Power, unlimited power.
Unlimited power. Alright, Dark Slayer. Claimed by darkness, Slayers are the bane of anyone standing in their way. Very tough, slow speed, great armor. Oh god. The fortresses of armor themselves. And I don't have any poison. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, we better hope Magnus Spellbane can deal with it.
It's a kind of magic.
Cause I'm a little concerned about our alternatives.
Freedom!
There we go. Having his having his little stun will help tremendously. Okay, now we have poison, so that'll help a lot. I need to get this other guy upgrades so he's more useful. But one step at a time here. One step at a time. There's an upgrade to his poison damage, that'll help. Having good infantry in this one's very, very useful, as you no doubt can tell. Oh, there it is, the Rocket Rider. Flying, average speed, can use turbo. Yeah, the turbo is actually why they're difficult to deal with. And they don't have any armor, but the second you hit them is when they dart off. So I'm actually going to get him poison right away so that he'll shoot them and activate their turbo. See? Then they activate turbo and then it runs out. And so activating it early is like super good, obviously. Uh-oh, we are barely gonna maybe hold some of them. Barely timed that. Yeah, we're gonna need a better plan if there's ever a second wave with those things. Because we barely held that. Barely. Yikes, brother. Alright, so we got poison starting to work on our guys, so that'll help with our archer problem. There we go. Take them down, boys. Very nice. I guess we'll go ahead and give him an upgrade to poison as well. Let's see. I'm trying to think about what else we should be doing here. Maybe a musket for this group might be not be bad.
Archers ready.
Because those jet troops are very bad news. We are in big trouble when it comes to them, to be honest. Alright, wolves and then wargs. Just a whole bunch of wolves for the next wave.
Freedom! Dodge this!
I just call it right away. This other wave is pretty much toast. Beautiful.
This is my boomstick.
I guess maybe we'll do the same thing on this side. Just to work on jet troop plans. Okay, Yeti's coming too now. That's a little scary. I'm assuming these are jet troops. Yep, rocket riders. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, I forgot I had that upgrade on this guy. That's a good freaking thing I do, because if there's ever a hope of actually getting through this wave, it's gonna be because of that. Guess we can go ahead and activate it, I guess.
Locked and loaded.
Alright, there we go. Now we're starting to deal with the rocket guys with a better plan. Better poison. There we go. Alright, that went much better.
I see dead people.
So we have best poison on both of our major guys. Musketeers to help mostly deal with just the rocket guys, to be honest. That's usually what I do, but I need more better plans for the rest of it. So I'm thinking next step is going to be Wrath of the Forest for this half, because that'll make him much better.
Freedom!
Alright. Okay, it's going well. There we go. We're dealing with it. There we go. Alright, now we're upgrading that, which helps a lot.
Freedom! Born to be wild.
Alright, there we go. So now they're fully upgraded, which is great.
Freedom!
Alright, beautiful.
Might and magic.
Alright, so I think now getting some magic up in the center is gonna be a good plan. So, I don't know if we should go teleport or go the one that reduces enemy armor coming in. I don't know. Both would be good here. Maybe the Sorcerer Mage? Although, I don't know. Teleport is so stinking good, though. Especially on the main drag right here. We might go Sorcerer. Go Arcane instead. To get our teleport going. Because, like, right here, it would be amazing right now. But we're dealing with it, luckily, with our all of our beautiful stuns.
You shall not pass.
Ah, there is a boss in this one apparently.
You shall not pass. You shall not pass.
As good as this all went, we might choke on that boss. You never know. So this all went pretty damn good, but doesn't mean it's gonna end well if there's a boss. All right, what do you think would be better on this boss right now?
Bring it on.
All right, so I remember he has a stun that'll make it so he'll stun your guys and stun your towers. I mean, so you have to spam click it. Much easier on the mouse, by the way. Look how I can like plus the number you need to thaw it is way easier than it used to be. I tell you, it used to like on the iPad at least. On what I'm used to is you have to click it a lot. You only have to click it a couple of times practically on this one. And I can click way faster than I can tap my finger, I feel like. It just feels like it's easier on my mouse, I don't know why. Sorry, I kind of panicked there, kind of froze in fear.
Dodge this.
Come on, boys.
Freedom! Fire at will!
I don't know what to do.
Knowledge is power.
Ashes to ashes!
Oh, we're getting him.
Ashes to ashes!
That was close. I was like in the middle of that animation trying to get up another, like, little laser ability. We did it! That was scary. Bosses are always scary, dude. But we did it, damn it. Hell yeah, now look at us. Look at us go. Alright, let's go ahead and grab... Ooh, I guess we'll go ahead and grab one of these. Increases meteor damage and radius by 25% and reduces cooldown. I guess we'll go ahead and grab that, and then we'll save the other point. Alright, the Wastes. We have arrived at the dreadful realm of Valar-Dûl. This is a barren and forsaken land where the wretched souls of the departed find no solace. Pray to the gods that this place does not take its toll on our men's spirits. Oh, yeah. Oh, the best, one of the best towers in the whole damn game. No joke. The Tesla times 104 or whatever, or X 104, I don't know, it's the Tesla tower. So it shoots bolts of lightning that can strike multiple ground and flying enemies. It is the best tower. It's like so amazingly good. And it's not even close. Maybe we put it here? I guess we'll put it right here.
Loaded for honor and glory!
Hocus pocus.
Oh, he can like teleport move, that's cool.
Have at thee! Want some? Get some!
Yeah, we're going right for Tesla Tower because it's gonna be amazing here. So I think zombies on some rounds zombies will spawn right here, and then they'll like flood this. They're not very strong. They're perfect opportunity for the Tesla Tower. Perfect opportunity for that Tesla Tower. and it's gonna be so good. This build might be very bad because only having one of these, we might actually grab more barracks along the way so that this isn't our only line of defense. So we might very quickly find out that this build was not the ticket, but we'll see.
Freedom!
So it is 337 for our Tesla tower that we want. Oh, it's skeletons. There you go. They're not zombies, they are skeletons. Oh, we need so much more before we can get our tower. Our beautiful Tesla tower.
Freedom!
Might have to use our little boom here.
Charged and ready.
Oh yeah, so the upgrades are this one so that the bolt will launch at more targets, and this one is really good so that it'll release this little wave of damage as it discharges, which is very good for weak, overwhelming enemies. Like these guys, not strong, but it's very, very good. So all of which are very good.
Freedom!
But it's an amazing tower. It's like one of the best towers in the game because it can also hit air units as well, and so it can hit anything. It is one of my go-to towers for any occasion. It's so very good.
Freedom!
Still though, it's a little scary just having that Tesla tower though. Well, we barely managed to save it. Barely managed to save that. That flying wave almost got me killed. Demon spawn, magic resistance, and infernal combustion. So when they die, they explode. Which, as you imagine, does very bad things to your troops.
Freedom!
Maybe we'll go ahead and grab that. Ride the lightning is what he says. Awesome. Ride the lightning. What a great song. I don't know if that's the name of one of their albums too, but great song. So that you see that little static will go out and hit enemies, and it all adds up very quickly to be amazing for crowd clearing.
Ride the lightning.
That'll make the damage for that little overcharge hit more enemies. Oh, he's in melee, that's not good.
Ride the lightning.
There we go, let him heal. My hero had to get into melee there. That wasn't good. As you can see though, we're coping for now. This is a very bold strategy. Yikes, that infernal.
Power, unlimited power. It's a kind of magic.
Maybe we'll do this one.
Marchers ready. Freedom!
See, the overcharge is really good because even if whatever he's shooting at, the overcharge will still hit anything else, which is obviously very, very good. So even if he's shooting at skeletons on the ground, the overcharge can still be hitting things in the air, that kind of thing, which is obviously very, very good. Alright, so increase the DPS with this, but really I'm going to get Ranger's Hideout to help with everything that we're dealing with. Is probably the plan here. Alright. Maybe we should upgrade these guys, considering I only have one. Having them be a little more survivable would not be a bad move. Alright, new enemy, Demon Lord. Shields other demons. So let's see, they lead the fiendish armies into battle, protecting their minions with infernal shields. So yeah, they have shields, which is very bad. Magic resistance and infernal combustion. So they are the spellcasters of their group, and they can shield other demons, which is very scary. Makes them very difficult to kill. I think, like, I don't know if that makes them immune to, like, projectiles, but, like, I think you might have to fight them in melee to, like, break the shield or something. Don't quote me on that. I am not sure. Trying to kill these bandits, or these little dudes away from my troops, because their explosions hurt. They could one-shot my little summon guys, as you can tell. At least at this level.
I see dead people.
Yeah, as you can see, they're taking no damage, so the shield is shielding them from projectiles, which, I don't need to explain to you why that's bad. But the Demon Hound, magic resist, infernal combustion, fast speed. So they do the same thing. When they explode, they hurt, but they're dogs and very fast. Trying to block this guy to get him so he doesn't, so we can separate his guys a little bit. I think we're just gonna do that to deal with the big guy. Cause these demons are killing me, bro. My melee troops are getting annihilated. There you go, now he's taking damage. Alright, we can almost grab the next tier. There we go, get him, boys. Okay. I think getting at least some poison going on my little ranger guy might be a very good move.
I see dead people.
There we go. Get some old poison rolling, never a bad move. Yeah, I'll upgrade to this so that we can arc to more targets at once. Would not be a bad move before we up the poison. Because the skeletons can't get poisoned, obviously, so the lightning is at the moment a little more useful. Especially for all these dang dogs. Maybe we'll just, maybe hold off till everybody can shoot at them. There we go. Ouch. Oh god, it almost nuked my hero. He's a very squishy, but his damage is pretty good, but he is very squishy. Good lord. Alright, here they come. See if we can maybe separate the main guy a little bit as we attempt to deal with him. Alright, we keep like stun locking him way back here. And we can stun lock some of his troops to now allow him to go forward. Kind of vibe, you know? Slay him.
Freedom!
There we go.
I see dead people.
Alright, so now we're fully upgraded on our little ranger tower guy, so that's good. Let's see, maybe on like this side do something specific, like maybe a mage, huh? Like a mage, something to reduce armor, because there's all the armor's over here.
Freedom!
All right.
Like a charm.
Okay.
Freedom!
Yeah, die, nerds. All right, so now I can arc, I think, up to 5 targets, so that'll help. What we really got to do is keep this schmuck away from his troops. To pull him away from the shields. Because at the moment, the shields are murder.
Freedom!
There we go, now we can deal with some of them. Oh god, rocket riders. I don't know if I'm prepared for all that. They are uniquely suited to completely ruin this whole party right now.
I put a spell on you.
Yeah, I don't know. These rocket riders might screw everything up right here. Not like obviously this side's going better, but that's not the side I'm worried about. I mean, I saved one, but it doesn't matter. They're gonna leak right now. Yeah, I leaked. I didn't have any answer for the air. So really, like, I think the problem there is going air power, going that much air power, or going right to the Tesla tower. I mean, because the air power I don't have much answers for, and then obviously the shield guys on the other side is a little problem. Not to say the Tesla tower is a bad move, because it is useful, but I think going right to it like that I was barely holding on, and I felt like most of that. So I think we need to be a little more open-minded. All right, so we are back on this map. We're back on this tier. Things have been going differently, to say the least. Mixed bag on... It's going better up until right about now. But other than right about this point, it's been going better. I'm probably about to choke right here. No. Yep, right there. Failed again. God damn it. Alright. Shit. Alright, we're back. So, the wave has just begun. This build is a lot different than my other ones. I got this guy super late, comparatively. And I have a lot more anti-air this time, so... I don't know, I'm kind of hoping. Maybe it'll make all the difference. Well, so far, looks good. Yeah.
I put a spell on you.
That's what I'm talking about. All right. Finally. New personal best. Now we're cooking. Okay. You might get my melee troops doing a little better. I think that might be an okay move. More opportunity for my ranger tower to snipe them out.
For honor and glory. Freedom!
Speaking of, I can let my poison and my musket guys work on those dudes, and there's 2 of them stacked up there, so if you're looking at that, it might look like we're doing literally nothing, but there is 2 of them, see? Now it does help improve the situation a little bit. It doesn't make it look quite as bad. There we go. Now look, we're gonna get one of them before he even makes it out. Yeah, get him, my little mage.
Charged and ready.
Alright, so we got obviously our little light, our Tesla tower, super late this time, but it'll still be in time to be helpful. But doing it in that different order was a lifesaver, because obviously that's what's going to allow me to obviously pass this one. I mean, hopefully. Don't want to speak too soon, but hopefully, because doing it in the order I was doing it in was obviously getting me killed. So we had to switch gears here. And this side's actually starting to almost hold on its own now. Not consistently, but it doesn't have to hold consistently. Just has to slow them down so we can have not both sides hit at the same time, you know what I mean? Yeah, as you can see, it's almost holding on its own now, which is pretty juiced. That frickin' Demon Lord. Alright, I think we might go... Do or do not, there is no try. So this guy's upgrades, he has Polymorph, which will turn him into a sheep. Sheeps are super weak, but they can't be stopped. So you have to be very careful about when you choose to activate that. Now this one is an Earth Elemental. It's a really good, like, brick wall. Very useful to hold when you need just a little more muscle. But it reduces armor, obviously. And so it makes enemies much easier to kill. So it's a very useful tower to have to help supplement. I think we might go Earth Elemental. Usually, I often don't grab Polymorph at all. Often, I'll just grab the Earth Elemental, and then, of course, his bonuses of reducing enemies' armor, and then I'll just call it good, you know what I mean? Often, that is the build I do, and I'll ignore Polymorph entirely. Not to say it's always a good plan, because, like, in some situations, your DPS is high enough that you can just do it and have it be fine, but it just depends on how you're feeling. Depends on location, too. Because having him early on, like if I put him here, that would be fine for Polymorph because he has the whole map for us to kill the little sheep. You know what I mean? It just very much depends on when. So the upgrades just increases all the stats, the armor, the health, the life, all that damage, the damage, all that stuff. So that's what the upgrades do. That'll help that all stay alive. Toasty! I certainly can't do that pitch, that's for sure. Get that Demon Lord out of here.
No mercy. Let there be light.
I was hoping he would stall the Demon Lord, but no such luck. There we go. Keep it going, kids. We're getting him. We almost got him. We got him.
No mercy.
There we go. Our big guys are slugging it out.
Let there be light.
Killed him. It looks like when he's a higher level, that little bombard ability lasts longer. It kind of looks like. Looks like he'll just attack him for longer periods of time, which feels good. All right, we almost got him. The last guy. Beautiful. So that was the strategy. Just change the build order. Going right for the Ranger Tower first was definitely the right move. Because that's what I did. I went for the barracks and then the Ranger Tower first. So first things first, new stuff here. I guess we'll go ahead and grab that one, which is going to be piercing shots ignore a portion of the enemy's physical armor. So that's very good. So the next tier is increases marksman attack range. We have barracks trained soldiers with even more health. Increases wizards attack damage. Artillery special abilities costs are reduced by 25%. Doubles damage and duration of scorched earth. Reduces cooldown by 10 seconds. And then of course we have several tiers of these guys to do. I think we might just grab wizard attack damage. And a new hero, bro. Ignis. Burn the kingdom's enemies with the blaze of 1,000 stars. Forge victory in his raging flames and consume evil in fire and brimstone. Well, that sounds pretty dope. He's a melee guy, which is admittedly less favorite of mine, but we could click on him. We could see. I'm just curious. Forsaken Valley. Oh god, this one is hard. This one is difficult. All right, so now we know what we're looking at next time, and we'll screw around with this guy, Mr. Ignis. We'll see. We'll screw around with him, and we'll see if he's worth a hill of beans. But anyway, yeah, there's another successful part. I don't assume this game is going to be very long now that I'm like playing through it and stuff. There's a lot that gets cut out of this, especially for obviously in the beginning, it was just like almost no cuts at all. But then obviously I started hitting missions that are hard, and so I then started having to retry them, and then with all the retries, usually I'll maybe include some things if I have something very specific to say as far as cuts go, and I'll include that stuff. But for the most part, I tend to just cut out most of the attempt if it takes a reattempt kind of thing. I'll just show maybe a couple of highlights maybe, and then just an ending line just to show you the ending, how it ended, and then we'll just jump into it. So that's usually tends to be what happens. And so that tends to be what happens. And so yeah, I don't assume there's going to be that many parts. I don't feel like we're making good progress, but the point I was making was that the time that I record is very different than the time that goes up. Some games, as I play through them, some games I know they're going to be heavily cut games. Like if you do a lot of open world games, tends to be games that are going to get lots of cut footage. And so maybe I'll record 30 minutes longer than normal, like in this episode, 30 minutes longer than normal. But for you guys, by the time I cut out all the footage, it might end up working totally fine. And a lot of the times that's the case. I'm assuming in this video that's probably going to be the case, that it's going to end up working fine, despite all the cut footage is what I assume. So anyway, but I'm really enjoying this. This has been really fun. And I don't know if you guys are going to enjoy it as much as I'm enjoying it, but I'm having a blast. So that always feels good. Anyway, that is going to call for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the content today, and we will talk to you guys later. Oh, did I just collateral that guy? Yeet. There, you go first. He's like, I think it's clear, man. You're good. As the great Bob Ross would say, what a happy accident. Later, idiots. I could hear Darth Vader in my head. I have you now. No, walk it off, bro. You're okay. It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up. That was so perfect.